I was out on my walk today and I was walking by this cemetery and I thought I would go in and take you all with me on this walk. I've been thinking a lot about mourning over the last few days. That's the mourning with grief, not the morning that comes at the beginning of the day. Our Sunday school class a couple days back was on the Beatitude, "Blessed are those who mourn." And the conversation that we had really just has gotten me thinking about all of the different ways that we mourn and the things that can make it harder for us to mourn when we need to. Now, this particular graveyard is not one that I know anyone who's buried in it. Like many of you, most of my loved ones are buried far away from where I currently live, and I rarely, if ever, get to actually see the places of their burial. This problem has gotten harder, especially now when loved ones have died during the pandemic. We haven't been able to have as full of funerals or as big of gatherings, the ways that we're used to mourning together. And so I think we've all been missing that particular kind of mourning and community that is so important for us as a church and for us just as human beings. As you've seen from the announcements in last service and from an email from Carolyn, we are planning a service in a couple of weeks that's going to be specifically about mourning our losses during the pandemic to COVID. This service will be one where we look back at the things that we have lost and the people that we have lost over the last year. But it's also a service of looking forward with hope. We know that this pandemic will not last forever, although its effects certainly will last a long time. So we're asking that you send in names of people whom you have lost. They could be friends, family members, anyone that you cared about. Send names in and we'll include them into the service so that we can together mourn and fulfill the promise that comes in the Beatitude that we studied last week. Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. Amen.